What is going on, Warriors? I know there's been a brief absence. I post sporadically most of the time, and I'm not happy about it. I wish I was more consistent about it. But like I say, usually when I come back on and start making videos again, this is hard to do. And I couldn't even imagine doing this with a substantial audience. But even with little audience or maybe no audience at all, this is still tough to do. And I think it's even more tough to do when I'm trying to convey the messages I'm sending out. So I'm sending out these messages in hopes that we as a collective bunch that understand and see what is really going on here will come together and see these videos and know, one, that they're not alone, and that, two, this is happening in our reality. This isn't just your reality that you're seeing it in. Other people are experiencing this too, and they're seeing the disconnect between a person who has had that awakening versus the people that have no clue. And also those people that are kind of indifferent, that may know something is going on and they just choose to look past it and don't care. And to be real, I think more so that's what we have going on with people. I don't think a lot of people are unaware of what is happening. I don't think a lot of people are truly not seeing how things are playing out. I think a lot of people do. And some people would say maybe I'm giving a little bit more credit than is needed based off of how everybody is acting these days. But I think the truth of the matter is most all of us have a spiritual connection to the Creator. Most of us know that there's more to this life than we've been told, that there is a substantial spiritual aspect of this life that is more than just the physical, more than just the carnal living to please your flesh. Now, usually you come on here and I try and talk about other certain things, but today I'm just going to make it brief and I'm going to focus on where we've gone and what we can expect from here on out. Today is December 31st, so we're about to go into 2025, a pivotal year, a year that is going to set a standard for how things are going to continue to trend. And I've made videos about this in the past. It's so funny because I'm not here to take credit for anything because I don't predict anything and I don't prophesy anything. I give my own true thoughts and my own speculation on all matters, on all things. This is all speculation. This is all my thoughts. But if you go back to some of those videos I posted a year or two ago, I talked about 2025. And I talked about how important 2025, the year itself, will be for setting the record straight when it comes to governments and the citizens of the countries that we live in. Unfortunately, people are blinded by the political aspect where they think that they've voted themselves into a better position when in all reality, this is all a dog and pony show. And to think that any one politician or world leader or whatever is going to come in and fix anything, at this point, it's pretty absurd to hold on to that. And I'm not being a Debbie Downer here because there's always hope. The hope is finding your relationship with the Creator. and keeping your relationship with the Creator, keeping your relationship with Jesus if you're a Christian. If you're not a Christian, I just advise finding that connection with God in some regard. And a lot of Christians would be upset with me saying that, it is what it is. At this point, people are choosing their paths, and it comes down to, are you going to spiritually realize that this is the time that you need to get it together and be aligned with where you came from, how you were created, that you were a created being, that you did not just spawn from a big bang, that you did not just evolve from a fish or evolve from a plant in the sea or a single-celled organism. When we start to realize the divinity of who we are, of what our spirits are, that is when we can truly grow. That is when we can truly take hold of our own lives. And if we all take control of our own lives, then we cannot be controlled. We cannot be herded like cattle anymore, because we realize that our spirits, we can create our own realities without all this other, like all the control mechanisms that go into imprisoning your spirit. Now, it's like, so, the thing is, there's a huge war going on between God, between our Creator, and believing that we literally just a product of astronomically tiny chance that we would exist at all. We're seeing a battle between the creation belief and the belief that by some minuscule 0.000001 that we would ever exist. That's the battle that's going on right now. We are trying to be persuaded to believe that we are nothing more than created by chance. And that's what's going on. Look at the people that don't believe in God, or say that they don't really believe in much of a higher power. It's your leaders, and they try and play it off like, oh, I believe in God, but they aren't believing the God that creates, because they think that they are creators. They may believe in gods, that they can too become gods. Actually, they do believe that, because they want to be like gods. And they say that. There's a lot of people on record saying things like that. So people like DT, people like EM, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Joe Rogan, AJ, all these people, they say they believe in God, but they believe in gods, and that they can be like God, they can be like gods. So that's what they believe in. They don't believe that they were created. They believe that they can create, if you understand what I'm trying to say here. They think they can achieve the power of God. And who else said that? Who else says that in the Bible? That they want to be like the Most High. They want to be like the Father. It's Satan. Satan wants to be like the Father. He wants to be the Creator. He wants to create his own reality. He wants to take ownership over God's creation. This is the deception that we are dealing with right now. A lot of people are going to lose this fight, unfortunately, and it's a shame, because you hate to see people fall away. You hate to see people looking at people and realizing that the likelihood that they are not going to make it to salvation. It's very sad. It's tragic. And, this is because of these people. Now, will the Father provide a pardon for these people? What are the parameters of ending up in hell, essentially? Nobody can really define that. And there's so many people that think they know, right? There's one thing I can say, that the mark of the beast, if you take the mark of the beast, which who knows exactly what it is, or if it's already happened, which I don't believe it's already happened yet. Some people do. I don't technically, because of the rules that are stated in the Bible that you can't buy and sell without this certain thing. And I think it will be a very distinct thing, right? So whatever they did give people already, I don't necessarily think that's it. That will be part of it, I'm sure. I'm sure that will be roped into it, but that itself being it, I don't believe. I think that is literally the only thing that I can say with concrete 100% confidence that will keep you out of salvation, as if you go the way of the mark of the beast. But everything else, obviously, you have to live or intend to live a righteous life. You have to intend to do good and not commit and recommit sin that you know you are creating by doing the same thing over and over again. But what are the parameters? What about people who truly are of feeble mind and that are being led astray by other people that are not really able to decipher? And I know it says in the Bible somewhere that God will direct these people even if they are of feeble mind. I understand. Jesus is going to take care of his flock. But there are some people on the outskirts here. There's got to be some kind of... I have a hard time accepting that every single person who has screwed up in some way or does not believe in some way will end up in hell if they did not live a terrible life. Now, who am I to say? Who am I to make the rules of the Father? I'm not. And I would never try and make those rules. I'm saying that it really makes me sad. And that's why I'm hoping that there are ways for people to still find salvation without going the route that I may go or others may go. They may have not grown up knowing or have any idea or any outlet to understand, if you get what I'm saying. So, all we can do is pray for these people. All we can do is pray for those of us that are going to be going through these times, because 2025 is the pivotal year, is the year where things really start to noticeably change, I believe. And we're seeing how things are going to go here. Are we entering tribulation with 2025? It's actually a great question. Because at this point, how is anybody really supposed to know? All these people that claim Age of Aquarius, all this other stuff. To me, that's just tribulation. We're just headed for tribulation. And I believe that if we are not there now, we soon are arriving at a very quick speed. The iron mixing clay, the AI, the organoid intelligence, whatever they want to call it, all this stuff coming out, all this stuff being in our reality now, it's not coincidental. It's talked about in the Bible, and there are many ways that you can see that for yourself. Just read the Bible. and I've said this already. I encourage people to read the Bible, even if you're not Christian. Even if you don't want to believe what the Bible says, just read it. Because it will at least provide reference for certain people. Who knows? Maybe you'll even decide that this speaks to you in a certain way. It allows you to see things in a certain way. Because when times are changing, our families are going to go against each other. Your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your sons, your daughters. All of us will have to pick sides here soon. Okay, and this isn't like a fighting brawl, tribalistic, pick your side type of thing. This is for the eternity of your spirit. This is something much deeper than a fight over $10. This is something much more significant than right or left beliefs in politics. This is the real deal. This is what Jesus has spoke about, that people will hate you for your belief in him. People will hate you for your devotion to the spiritual path, to the true understanding of your spirit, the correction and emotional deliverance that you get from being spiritually connected to the Creator. People will hate you for that, either out of jealousy or out of disbelief. But either way, there's going to be a divide, and our families are going to be broken up. Could be your wife, could be your husband. It could be people you never thought would be against you, will be against you. And that's just the way this is going to go. I don't even know how prepared I am for that. How could anyone really understand that, like, how to be prepared for something like that? Especially if this person has been completely good to you your whole entire life, whoever it may be. These are the realities of the situations that will happen here soon. And especially if we're going into tribulation here. This is stuff we need to think about, but I do pray for everyone that we do make it through this 2025 blessed and healthy and with a sound mind and able to see the world, the charade, the facade for what it really is. And like I said, because the belief is that they screwed with our calendar so much that we don't know when the real New Year is. That's definitely a possibility, I believe. But whatever time it is right now, whatever time we're going into, there's clearly a change and a shift that's happening, and times are becoming short, like the Bible says. The times, it will be shortened, and the time is getting short. So please stay on guard. Please take care of your families. Watch over your families. Be strong. We all got this. They're going to keep coming for us. They're going to keep mass diluting our mindsets. They're going to bring us down with this negativity. They're going to put a lot of terrible things and bad things, death, destruction, starvation, disease, weather events, tragedies will happen in front of us. We all need to be prepared. We all need to put on the armor of the Father. And we just need to be prepared. You have a chance to change the way things are going to go for you. And it's time to suit up. I love you all. Happy New Year. Have a safe New Year. Keep looking out for one another. I'll try and be delivering more videos as best I can and find the hope in me to continue doing this. So with that, I'm going to head out, but I'll hopefully be talking to you soon. Love you all. Go in peace. This is Jay out.